Function notation, chapter 7.4. Alright, vocabulary for this section is rather short. Function notation is the only word that we want you to get down here, although it's a little bit confusing to explain. Function notation is something that you guys will most definitely ask, why are we doing this? It's just kind of a change in the way we talk about a function and the way it looks. And I'll answer that question in a bit here, but for now just bear with me. Function notation is a notation where a function is named with a letter and the input is shown in parentheses after the function name. We say it as f of x. Okay, so this part right here is said f of x. You could also have g of x, h of x, where f is the function name, or any of those letters I've just said are the function names. Okay, so in this example, f of x equals 4x plus 1 represents the function y equals 4x plus 1. And like I said, you're going to ask, why are we now using this f of x instead of y? And there's a couple reasons. I'll explain one in a minute. Right now it doesn't seem very sensible to just change something that we've been looking at for a while, but there are reasons and benefits for doing so. So again, f of x is how we say that. And if you need to pause the video to get the rest of that definition down, do so now, because we will move on to an example. So an example here, y equals 2x plus 4 would now be written as f of x equals 2x plus 4. Okay? And now instead of saying what is y when x is 3, we just say what is f of 3. Okay? Meaning, when we plug in 3 for x, what do we get? So that's just what we'll do. X now becomes a 3. And if we put that in 4, simplify that, 2 times 3 is 6, so that's 6 plus 4, which is 10. So f of 3 is 10. Again, this is said f of 3. All right, the function of 3. We can also do things like say, what is f of, excuse that, I don't know why it pops up all the time, f of 2 plus f of 1. Okay, this is one of the benefits using this function notation. We can say, okay, f of 2 would be 2 times 2 plus 4, that's 4 plus 4, that's 8. F of 1 would be 2 times 1 plus 4, so 2 times 1 is 2, plus 4 is 6, and then we can add those together to get 14. Okay, so we can do things like that. We can multiply function notation, we can subtract different function notations, we can divide, and we'll get to that. That's one benefit of using function notation. Another benefit is that not all functions are expressed as equations. Down here we have a graph. And so the graph below shows a new function, f of x. There's no equation that goes with it. I apologize for that again. But you can still use the notation to find output values. For example, the graph below the point at x equals 4, so right here at x equals 4, has the coordinates 4 comma f of 4, okay, or 4 comma 1, where this point is, right? The value of y when x is 4 is f of 4, so f of 4 is 1. All right, so that might be something to get used to. F of 4 equals 1 is how we would write what we used to write as y equals 1, and then we would also have to specify that x equaled 4. All right, so if we can say check that f of 2 is 4, we go to where is 2 as an input value or an x value, and we go up to our function, and yes, f of 2 is 4. What is the value of f of 6? Well, let's go to an input value of 6 up to our function, and we see over here f of 6 is 2. And then finally, can you find two x values for which f of x is 1? So two x values for which f of x is 1. Now remember here, when we're saying f of x is 1, they're asking, okay, when is y 1? All right, so that's basically saying, when is y 1? Well, let's go to y equals 1, come over. When x is 4, f of x is 1. And when x is maybe 9.4, 9.3, f of x is 1. Okay, so we could write that as f of 4, or f of, we could estimate 9.3 or 9.4. Both of those equal 1. All right, and if that's confusing, that's we'll go over in class again as well. All right, for in class lesson, please try the following example. Use this function f of x equals 9/5 times x plus 32 to find the temperature in f of x degrees Fahrenheit for any given temperature x degrees in Celsius. So that's our relationship there, and you're asked to find 4 given values. Do your best on those and bring your answers to class.